one of Wolf's streams, featuring my co-host, the Aspie Pessimist.
Heyo.
Apologies for it being a late start we normally do on a Thursday if you're watching this live, but somebody couldn't get out of bed today.
I had 4 alarms set, I didn't hear one of them.
So you heard 3 of them, or you didn't hear any
None
of them?
I was that deep, I didn't hear a single one. And it's on my phone, that usually does wake me up.
Here's a solution. Buy another 4 alarm clocks. And scatter them about the bedroom.
I was thinking some sort of Rube Goldberg machine involving an alarm clock, an elaborate series of strings and pulleys, and a hammer that drops off my head.
No, that'll just knock you out even further.
Bucket of water?
Then your pillow and the rest of your bedclothes are going to get mouldy.
Ice cube.
Still melts, still produces water.
Yeah, but not nearly as much. We'll try out later.
Yeah, but then the mold starts building up.
Yeah, my ceiling's already not.
So here's what you do if you're insisting on a overly complicated Rube Goldberg machine that you'll forget to reset the following night, or following morning, is still go with the hammer, but have it attached to the string, and you have it land somewhere around stomach height. So you have the air driven out of you, so you lurch up with a start. But a Rube Goldberg machine to do that is very complex. Now, a lot of you will notice that there is now a different interface for Smol, whereas the blood gauge and whatnot's gone. Because DNC doesn't sound very much like Dark Knight, does it?
No.
Because Smol and the Dancing Queen. It's one of the only good ones that I actually like.
Yeah.
Isn't quite as mimetic.
I want to go straight in, Abby. You might go up the comments. Get angry.
Let them get angry. You don't have to like ABBA. It's not a requirement to live in the world.
Guess again.
This isn't communist China.
Yes.
You heard the shitstorm coming from Blizzard.
Oh, that.
Yep. Let's not rile everything up. Yeah, we can actually get her outfit. Yeah, we can get.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
We can get that from the Mog Station. She's also Minfilia's friend from the transition period, who was the only survivor of the island that the Scholars of Baldesian were on that got basically nuked out of existence by the Asians. Also, as part of Smol's revenge, leading up to stabbing those responsible for Portent Frendo's death in the face and the groin repeatedly, we got attacked by 2 Asians, including one of whom was the female Asian that occasionally shows up. The other was the Breadman.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Yeah.
Breadman ain't coming back.
Excellent.
Nor's the other.
You killed.
They fused together into the Prime Asian during the fight, and I still kicked their asses. I still stabbed them repeatedly, and then trapped the female in the white aura sight. Use the power of the eye to create the blade of light and kill her. Breadman was taunting me. It's like, hey, you know, now don't have enough aether for it. And then the other villains show up and he's like, yeah, we've got what we came for all from here. Turns himself into his primal form. Takes the other eye from this sarcophagus, turning the original Azure Dragoon and the eye into his sword, and stabs La Hebrea through the face.
Ha.
Breadman got absorbed into the eye. Because, well, I say into the eye, but more into the primal, because primals feed on aether, and they don't care where the aether comes from, be it A human soul, an animal soul, crystals, Asian souls, they don't care. It's all ether for them. But, yeah, she's Minfilia's friend. She was in a coma when we last heard about her. She's obviously awake now.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves.
Yay. Love NYAN.
Pray, allow me to introduce Kryle, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Yeah, 15 years ago, this was the Sharlayan motherland. They left in the exile 10 years prior to Cartano and the Calamity.
You must be the warrior of light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, miss.
Yay, Smol, I'm happy to be recognised and have
who is
friendos.
that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
Yeah, but he's tiny-ish. But he's a younger Elysian.
Miss Kryle and I met at the studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the studium.
Anyway?
Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his
To be
list
fair,
of talents.
his sister
Striding
has
up to
the
his
same
seniors
boots.
on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryle.
The embarrassing story.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit
Honestly,
much,
looking for hints
but
for
better.
Minfilia
I
and
can tell you have
Thancred's
been putting your
whereabouts.
skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking.
As we found the remains of the link pearls for.
Right, on to more pressing matters.
What did you do?
Finding Minfilia and the other missing
Bug bite?
scions.
No, originally I gouged it out of a bit of metal.
Uh,
But it's a bad habit of picking it up.
was it some kind of bug bite?
No, it was a... I don't know what it was now. It was a metal pole from inside a set of blinds.
Hmm.
So I took over my blinds, I bought some new ones.
Hmm.
The bins were full at the time, so I just left it right under my bed.
Hmm.
It sort of came out of it, so like wasn't put in properly.
Hmm.
Got up and I just sort of slammed my leg into the sharp end of the pole.
And it basically you cut your leg open by accident.
Yes.
This
time.
Moving on. Found the remains of the link pearls from Papa Limo and Ida. So obviously after their delaying action they fled through Pearl Alley, which is where the beggars go. They destroyed the link pearls so that they couldn't be listened in on by the renegades.
It works.
Yeah, so at last we knew they are still alive.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
Bear in mind, I only learned that a little while ago.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Bear in mind, Stoller hurled herself and Thancred basically through the life stream with the forbidden magic flow.
Yeah.
She's
what
the
are
one,
you waiting for?
however, who paid the cost, if you recall from the last stream.
Yes.
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then
She's
let
a
us all
Lala
call
Thelma.
on her forthwith.
That's why
I
she
think it best
absolutely
you explain your plan to her in person.
Potato. You cannot blend this potato, or cook it in any way, or throw it off a cliff. Or any other naming. We need her to find rest of Smol's friendos.
What about baked cheese?
No.
Oh.
Find another potato that isn't her or Tataru. They are both still needed.
Did you know that?
No. No.
I mean,
Do not make me get the squirt bottle. I will squirt you.
No, I mean, hydrolyzed to have a lollipop candies.
This isn't Mad Science Hour.
I'm saying like genetic spikes, I'm just saying there's reversible actions that apply.
I don't think it works that way. I don't think they're capable of... Otherwise, there'll be a lot of half-breeds fighting.
Oh, so they can have fun without any risk. Excellent.
We've been lumped out of Adelshire into the hinterlands again. Fortunately, we only need to go over there. The downside is, we don't have all the currents in the area, I believe. Yeah, we don't have all the currents. The only place we do have them all, because story reasons, is Azizlar. So we'd have to go there to find that. Because a errant dragon destroyed the matter conduit that was over here that was linked to here. So, to get from here to there, you fly on Daddy Durgan. You ride the dragon. Giggity. And just to prove a thing. There it is. I do have Mount Speed up. Big angered Durgan horse. But he's less anger, he's more displeased with nuisances. But hey, he actually likes me. He was impressed that I recovered all of Heidelin's blessings. So I now have all 6 crystals, and Heidelin is actually talking to me again. Unfortunately, we found out at the end of Evan's Ward that, well, the main story, that collapsed palace isn't a palace. It woke up. That is a primal. It's one of the most famous summons, aside from Bahamut, in Final Fantasy. One that invariably always takes a structural form as opposed to an animalistic or human form. 9 times out of 10, if you don't have Mardin as the holy summon in the game, it will be the holy summon. The summon, Alexander. That's why one of the servers is called Alexander. However, he isn't holy element in this. He is instead much nastier. Time and space. Yeah. There's only one reason you actually beat him if you go through all of his raid story stuff. There's literally only one reason you beat him. He lets you. He's that tired of existence in this form that he lets you kill him. Okay, max potions used to completely restore your health, right? That doesn't seem like 100% of HP, does it? Yeah, I have 21k. Can always switch back in a minute. Got that set. 29k. As a level 63 down. Same level. I have completed my my level 63 quest. I don't get a skill out of it. My next one's at 65. I don't get a skill out of it. And then I don't know if I've got one at 67 or 68. My next one that actually has a skill attached is level 70. It's like the only one that has a skill attached. What?
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
You were saying?
Based on his face tattoos and shit. He's like posted on Facebook saying he's Post Malone. Like, best top comment. You look like Post Malone's retarded brother posted emoji. Another one in the same vein someone posted. You look like Eminem's failed cousin, Skittles. Oh, this. Can't say I wouldn't go with it.
Yeah, mentioned, but Galarian Ponyta, Shield exclusive.
Yeah.
So Farfetch'd is presumably Sword exclusive. So obviously Surfetch'd is Sword exclusive.
Big fuck off soldier.
But it also has a shield.
Oh yeah, good.
Psychic type.
Yeah.
Floofy as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's also got two abilities that you can, it can have one of two abilities. Runaway,
Yeah.
and then it has Pixie Veil or something. It cannot be poisoned, as though it was a poison or steel type. And in double battles and larger, when it enters battle, it cures poison of the allied Pokemon.
They're really going for that unicorn theme, aren't they?
They reckon because the two Galarian Ponytas in the trailer looked up at the sound of the Rapidash cry. They reckon, well, some people are reckoning, Galarian Rapidash will have a Pegasus motif. So it might be psychic flying, or the YouTuber I follow, Poketips, is hoping psychic fairy. But, you know.
Speaking of which, I'm looking for an Amazon. Not a bad price, but
This is definitely it.
both of them are quite hero.
You know, Bob, I've been rather enjoying My Hero Academia. Ah, yes. I too have been enjoying Boku no Hero Academia. Gotta love Kelsey Grammer,
Yeah.
aka Sideshow Bob.
I can never decide which one to call it until
I just go with shorthand. Hello, Bart.
Is that a fake? Is it just cotton candy?
I reckon.
No. No eating a horse.
Ravioli, ravioli, do not eat the tiny horsey.
That works. Because they don't move the horse.
That didn't work, despite the creator requests for Uma Musume.
Oh yeah, people just ignore them, I think.
There'll be more porn than not porn if that was the case.
Yeah.
The amount of not porn still heavily outweighs the amount of porn.
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
We're only here a few days
Pray,
ago.
allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Really? And the one on the second.
Baldessian, you say? Oh, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
As I said, cat party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got one breeder, free to be bred. Because we're all a seeker of the sun, Makote, because we're all pale skin. So that's actually how it works as well.
I can just hear someone chanting horror in the background.
Thing is, I actually asked them all. Well, I asked them before. It's like, guys, before you all run away, can I get a group pose of you all? And they're like, sure. The last couple of times I've been in an all Makote or Makote Hrothgar party, so still an all cat party, because Hrothgar are the big lion men. They've all the previous two times, one of them ignored me entirely and just left anyway, and the other I didn't have a chance to ask before they all left. So this was nice. And then on the second run that I did, we had two higher males, a Makote male, and me. So I was dancing for a group of guys. Giggity. Like, that was obviously from that bit. I just used the usual scroll lock to get rid of all that.
Also, I found my headset, but it would appear that perhaps didn't record my audio. Basically, I found my headset with the microphone on it, on my computer. Perhaps didn't record the audio. It said recording software.
What were you trying to record?
What things? It recorded
New
the in-game
notification.
audio, just not what I was saying. Probably heard my jokes.
Yeah, got another like. I actually have two further follows from yesterday. You know, I was originally on 11. I've got Ridwin Lefay. So you know, the friend who was the main reason for me joining the Free Company, i.e. Got a Twitter just for that.
I had no idea.
No idea who they are, but they just randomly followed. And obviously, Zero himself. It's always good.
I don't know if this is real, but I can't tell if this sounds like satire, not satire, just like a joke, or something that would actually be required in this day and age.
Huh.
starts getting weird when you read a headline like that, you can't tell if it's false or not.
Basically. Right, mentioned to Zero that I told you about that manga she mentioned the day before. Yeah, the one with the diamonds.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. And I was like, his reaction was along the same lines of what that we had. It's like, yeah, definitely a case of only in Japan.
Yeah.
She's like, it's a hobby of mine to go to manga stores and find things like that. It would be, if she lived in Japan, it'd be so entertaining just to sit there and be like, yep, this exists. I'm like, indeed. And I posted this picture, and I'm like, I know which of these two I'd rather have.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. One will get you shot, the other won't.
We get you shoved, perhaps.
Shunned, shot. Bit of a big difference.
Also, that is genuine.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Also, must hug and protect.
Yes. We can finish this.
Yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
Oh! Fucking harsh.
Yeah.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the seventh dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found.
Not a deeply offensive thing this time. Good song.
You have in your possession an
seems not
ancient
tragedy.
crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Heidelin bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light.
What happens when you have 6 of them, like I do? I have 6 slivers of Heidelin's power. Does this mean I'm 6 times more powerful than Matoya?
In theory.
But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
Oh,
So maybe on par.
on a par or still less than. In theory.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
So, it's not just being able to see events of the past from other people's perspectives. The Echo is much more varied. The other main tangible benefit, obviously, is being able to not get horribly corrupted and influenced by primals. Smol have a nice smile.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya.
Yeah, we have relatively hard water in this area. Unfortunately, the filter we have on the kettle is just a bog standard one. It's not got mesh. We empty it out as best as we can every couple of days. Yeah. I mean, we honestly are trying to empty out as much limescale as possible every couple of days, but it just builds up.
Then let us begin.
Typical Americans.
Magic-y magic happening. Smol does not have to dance on crystal, right?
Possibly not.
Oh, good. Very hard to keep balance, and Matoya may not like me for it. Leaving footprints all over a precious crystal.
The trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al.
Oh hey, that's just north of here.
It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
So he didn't get telefragged.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Well, it's the foot of Som Al, so basically where Vidofnir is, but I've got to go further away from there because lol. Right. Do not make me kick you in the face.
You are gonna
What? So do I do a jumping? What? So I do a run up, and jump, and kick you in the face with both feet?
Yes.
Proper jackass style.
That's what I'm thinking.
The whole Bam Mag era, nobody can kick me in the face with 2 feet. Everyone thinks it can be done, but it's just impossible. Yeah, goosh, in the face.
I still want to do that thing where I'm still looking at the jacket shops for a denim jacket. It'll fit me. Then I can take up that little sort of this hair strip.
Yeah.
Put like an aerosol can and slit it. Or maybe something. And my air rifle, obviously. Or a hole. And see if it'll take the sleeve off. What I expect will happen
Is it'll just destroy the jacket entirely.
or I'll have a denim jacket with some holes in it that absolutely fucking stinks of it.
Also probable. Or both.
Yeah.
The tattered remains of a denim jacket that reeks of links.
If not, I'll just go down with 20 quid at the moment.
You don't need a fucking angle grinder for that.
I don't need a grinder, but I want something that takes the sleeves off and it's stupid and then it's on.
Just get a fucking chainsaw! B&Q, but you know on 4 o'clock bus where it goes up Anglesey Road, right? You get off in Inchcape, so the first stop outside of Anglesey Road, by the car dealerships. You got the railway bridge immediately to your left. Go under the railway bridge, then immediately cut left using the underpass to go under the bridge. Then keep following the road past the park. You have Burger King immediately on your left, and just past that is B&Q. It's on the same road that leads up towards town. The island that's got Morrison's on it. The exit before the one the bus takes to get every time it goes into town, as long as it's not the X12, is the one that goes up there, runs from that island up to B&Q and further.
So, an electric one being petrol or cheap. The thing is, what am I going to use it for afterwards?
Chainsawing things. Because it's a fucking chainsaw.
I would like to have a chainsaw at some point. I know what you mean. I've been there once or twice before. I've got various like things. Yeah, the usual. Helper's jacket. Fast in light trains. Sulfur. Corey. And those V-Fender masks. Yeah, the usual stuff to pick up on a shopping trip.
Because
Do you get police sirens?
so obviously the bus goes that way past Morrison's, but if you continue that way, you actually go past where my dad works.
Yeah.
Up to here. You've got Burger King there, there, B&Q there. So otherwise, if you get off in town, you get off at New Street. You just walk back down that road, because the bus comes out there and goes that way. You can get off there, or you get off over there. You go there, you go under the railway, and then you just cut under there, follow it that way, and along.
Yeah.
Very simple. Alphano has a very good memory for drawing. So he's drawn a image of Thancred. It's like, Gustav's like, do you drew this from memory? It's like, that skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. Huh. Mir lof as vaft. So those two are going off that way, so Kryle is with me. Oh, that's why he learned drawing. Little wonder he didn't exactly want to mention it, huh? She's another Seeker of the Sun. You can tell, because tribe, apostrophe, name. And Q is, so her tribe begins with the letter Q. Sketch. A surprisingly accurate depiction of the missing Thancred, suggesting that Alphino may have mistaken his life's call. Hester Ironheart. So very almost Keister. And do you know what a Keister is?
Someone to use speaker wire to extend the cables on my PSC and computer.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That can go very, very, very wrong.
It is in the group IT install nightmares and greatness.
Speaker wires are meant to have that particular level of current.
Yeah.
And not bundled together. And definitely not on mass like that. Snack. Ooh, we have a lead. I heard a tale the other day about a Huron vagabond who brought down a Bandersnatch by himself, and with style. Way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding ball. Sound like your man? We has lead. We has lead on Friendo. Okay, we have everything here. Now go to the smouldering wastes. Hang on. Before you nick everything away. And find whereabouts I have to go. Up there. Oh, but yeah, by the these guys, yeah. the bug guys who don't want to kill me.
I'm not sure if they'll be honest or actually go through it or those of you who walk up to the down. I want to watch movies with the lights on. I can't tell if you're using the or
The very simple answer. Yes. No. What are you talking about? Don't talk such nonsense. Totally isn't my answer for everything. You're crazy. Stop talking crazy. No. They did this thing on a Magitech electric motor, otherwise I think I would have flooded it going through the river. That wasn't a rim shot, no. Well, the cockpit of it was very flooded because, you know, it's got no fucking sides on it.
yeah.
There are two ways to flood your engine. One, drive into deep water, or a deep enough puddle that as you try and power through, the bow wave washes back over and literally floods the engine.
Yeah.
The other is too much fuel mixture to air.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. If you're running it even richer than running rich, which is a high fuel ratio compared to air, you flood the engine. Because everyone's like, oh, more fuel, great! No. combustion is very specific ratios.
Yeah.
Too much. Too much air, and it won't ignite. Too much fuel, it won't ignite because it's not the liquid fuel; it's the fuel vapor.
Yeah.
And it goes in basically vaporized because it's sprayed in such a fine mist. But if you have it spraying more fuel, much more fuel than necessary, it comes out as droplets rather than vapor, and it's in too much of a quantity compared to the air to spark, even when compressed with air and then ignited with the spark plug. It won't go boom. You won't get the bang of the combustion. Yeah. So yeah, that's one way to flood. That's the usual way to flood the engine. Encounter exceptionally capable of curing hunter with whom no one is familiar. The non-chance to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. We learned as well from different sources. Himself in such garments fit for a man of refinement. God damn it, Alpha, no! Yes, when we rescued Stola, she was literally naked. As we had the Elder Seed Seer and her Pedage comrades with her, and her bodyguards. One of her bodyguards just immediately, like, blanket, but just wrap it round Precious Friendo. Precious NYAN. But God fucking damn it, Alpha, no! Oh, that sounds like a threat. Yeah. Gotta backtrack quickly there. But he's definitely stepped on the booby trap. We get both the potions, not a choice. Which is also good to get more money because, like, 10% recovery durability for full shot gear cost me 500 gil. Prior to that, it was only like 150 gil. So you know, it costs much more.
You get both potions, no choice. Someone just forces them on you. You are taking these potions, you twat. Just shoves them in your hands and buggers off.
Right up in front of NYAN. Must hug, because precious. Also, helpful potato.
Get the butter.
No, we are not eating Cryo. We're not buttering her up either. We're not cooking her in any way, shape or form. We're preparing her as food. We're not feeding her to other monsters either.
How am I supposed to find a lalapel at time day? I want some mashed potatoes and I can't find the lalapel. What am I supposed to do?
Dig up a non-lalapel potato?
I do love the idea of just like you in some restaurant, like in this universe, like Gordon Ramsay. And just like in a restaurant. Fucking with the lalapel. Simply tie that. What a thing.
Gagged or not?
Yeah, okay.
Just so they can't vehemently deny being a potato.
Yeah.
Oh, I get the feeling that Ravana's going to be back. Lovely. I'm going to have to go stab the the bugs god in the face. Probably the same thing that happens if you put a potato in the microwave. You are not cooking the Sultana either. You are thinking it. This isn't the Cook-a-Lalafell show.
Oh god, I want to do that. Just like find Final Fantasy 14 mod on PC or something that we cook Lalafell. Or, I'm assuming they're in other Final Fantasy as well.
No.
Aren't they?
Nope.
Well,
14 is the only one where Lalafell exists.
so I can't like find an older game with more mods than that.
Nope.
Yeah, so we have to try and find a crazy modder in this then.
Wouldn't work. There's no actual mod for 14. It's not a thing. Not really a thing you can do.
Not even on PC?
Nope.
Damn.
It's an MMO. It's not a single player game. It's not.
I just want a way to eat Lalafell, okay?
No. It's done. This is the bucket cult all over again.
Thought of that cult in ages, you know.
The bucket cult, the scream-powered machines, all that shit. You're derailing Smol. She's noble bright, not fucking psycho.
Smol's gonna eat the potatoes. Eat the Lalafell potatoes.
We are basically the voices in Smol's head.
Really?
Yes.
How is she still sane?
I don't know.
You've got the voice of madness and the voice of questionable sanity.
Are you saying you're more insane than I am?
No, I'm trying to work out which one's which some days. Sanity or reason.
I'm supposed to be the voice of reason, but I'm definitely not fucking sane.
At least you're reasonable.
Yes, because I'm better at hiding it.
Yeah. You don't just fly off the handle and kill people just because you feel like it, so in my book that's safe. Sorry about that, folks. We're just sort of losing it a bit.
Only a little.
Oh god, if they hadn't already realised.
Ravana has fucking returned. Yep, we've got to go stab Ravana in the face to find out where Thancred is now.
As ever. Fine. Stab me.
Proceed to Lothasnath, defeating any foes who stand in your way. So we've got to go down here. Basically, just go east, southeast. I'd fly, but we don't have all the codes. Tortura. Tortura.
I want to call that more next.
Honestly, if you're going to do that, you want to go on the other mod repository. Though that's more, that's less violent bloodshed, more need the bad 80s sex. We are definitely zipping along here. Because we're going off road, does this make this a dirt bike? Definitely better than the two-stroke though. It's not going that fucking high-pitched whine that it has.
Now that I've got I can browse this particular site and make use of it.
I'm more interested in some of the Skyrim ones myself. It's not difficult. Bookmark it. If need be, then read it so I can hold on to it while we transfer from phone to PC. What's the AoE on? Did you see that damage number? 9k! That wasn't even a crit. Small and strong. And also, that higher level at 9 times out of 10 you think will just leave me alone. Sprites are actually quite passive and I deliberately attack them. Unless you're in a dungeon. Wait for your comrades to arrive. That Smol has a very nice coat.
Yeah.
Who else could be? Thancred! It could be Thancred! We must hurry!
Oh, don't worry. He'll be fine. Holy shit! No, that's not Thancred. Those are the Warriors of Darkness, actually. They look like 4 Warriors of Light from the Realm Reborn trailer and whatnot, but it's not them. He, Mr. Axe Guy there, we saw in the ending cutscene for Stormblood. So not Stormblood, Heaven's Ward. So it's so we know that he's working with the Ascians. That's why I know he's Warriors of Darkness. Echo. I'm getting flashback time. The thing is, these take an instant for me.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever.
It's supposed to be an archer, but she's got a lance as well.
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
So you can see the bow, unless it's a very unusual, unique bow. Could be either. I really can't
and
tell.
we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not!
Not a Ledibus. Now either that happened, or that's what they want me to think happened.
So you are the Warrior of Light. The saviour of Eorzea.
It's a very sarcastic emphasis on saviour.
Yeah. I didn't know any better. I'd say I wasn't told to see us.
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner. What with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Oh, Smol do not like him. You can feel the arrogance just rolling off of him.
Have care.
Oh.
The ether moves strangely around him.
Smol have a proper cutting implement, not spear.
You'd find a way.
Well, it currently does have 4 spikes on it, but it is still a chakram. It's still more slicey.
And kick him in the balls, then slit his throat.
No. It's a slicing implement.
Yes.
Think of what I can do instead of just stabbing him in the balls.
I'm thinking about it. I don't particularly want to be thinking about it.
It's called castration for a reason.
I know.
Well, I'll be able to sink a Stralto.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
You also plan to do a modded Fallout New Vegas YouTube series.
Shall we show them?
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Yeah.
The semi-mechanical guy. Well, they've just outright attacked them. No! Oh, NYAN! That will be thankful. Yep. There he is. I don't think he's happy to see this warrior die. Holy fucking shit! And I knew he was good and he was acrobatic. He used to be a rogue. Then he became on the side. And further developed his talents. And he's also been training alongside Zero before all the shit that happened. So, there's a tank trying to out DPS a DPS. When it's not being wielded by a rogue.
Not very sporty of you to interrupt.
Because that's short sword length.
But so be it.
But rogues would use knives, short swords, etc.
Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
Smol, no like your arrogant face. Smol, I'm going to stab you repeatedly. Group teleport.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Smol and smile.
Thancred! Are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Yeah, basically, most of the cast got voice changes after A Realm Reborn. So Thancred was clearly one as well. You'll see what I mean if you can finally get yours actually up and running.
Yeah.
Also, Leviathan server is still open.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then...
Oh yeah, because our characters... Well, because Thancred had one of the torches whilst we were running. One of the traitor archers was able to shoot him in the leg. I think just above the knee. So not quite Skyrim joke, but it wasn't in. He didn't get a second one to the other leg, unfortunately. So it definitely wasn't Ace Ventura. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
I have missed his wish.
If nothing else,
honestly
you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether.
Convenient censoring.
Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
To be fair, it's a fucking cool
So
outfit.
you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke.
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And I did that as a samurai.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
Am I going to have to smack you upside the head with my shoe again?
He's actually getting the shoe, folks.
What?
I thought you were actually going to hit me there.
No. If I was going to actually hit you, I wouldn't have my elbow bent as much. Because obviously it's that rather than that. Yeah. Plus, I would have leaned forwards. And I would have run the risk of knocking everything else flying. Because we're in a cutscene, I actually need to go and do a thing. So I will be back in a moment. Okay, and I'm back.
It seemed a reasonable
Yes,
assumption.
you have.
I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
He's not wrong. I do have a very distinct enthusiasm for laying low primals.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the Warrior of Light, I suppose.
From it too long ago. We've got the first 2 episodes up on Gundam Info for the new season. Yeah, for Bill Diver's Re-Rise. Didn't get notified. Well, it was over 2 hours ago now. But that's because the my notification bell was off for it, so I've put that back to how it should be, i.e. the bell is set to
I
on.
glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Asian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Asians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
It's a bit of on the greyer side, but it's still relatively aqua. Or aquamarine. You know, turquoise. Interesting plot happening. After I turf you out later, I'm gonna go do Pokemon Run.
Cool.
So I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. What is the streak on?
Today is 7 on catch, 4 on stocks. I do like to keep those going.
I need to get one of those Sinnoh stones.
I've got a few.
I need one.
One of such adventures, I would not soon forget their like, nor would any of us, I think. They talk about the Warriors of Darkness. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates. Which is how I found player, i.e. me.
Yeah.
In this particular instance, it's because I started in Limsa, which is why Stoller was the one who recruited me. If I started in Uldar, it would have been Thancred. And if I'd started in Gridania, it would have most likely been Ida and Papalimo. Much plot.
Yeah.
At least we have another Scion back. Unfortunately, despite us being over there and then moving over here, we've just regained control here. Vidofnir is just up there. Now if I could fly, it'd be so much easier. And teleporting, however, to Annex Trine would have just brought us to the crystal, not the Aetherite. We'd still have to go all the way upstairs. It's only flying that would have allowed us to bypass. We could have just flown up to the bridge. And what's going on?
I'm still using the skill folder on my phone, but I don't know.
one more landing to do. And, I say one more landing, but it's definitely not King's Landing. Look, it's Portent Dragon, friendo. You know what happened? What must be done with Portent Friendo? Through the model. Hug. And of course, yeah. Portent Friendo must hug and pet. She also likes us. She went and spoke to Thresvelga about the missive from the Ishgardians to come to the city, you know, discuss peace, etc. Right? This is his response, which is bearing to us. You read that so far? He actually flew her up to Az's La. You know, I mentioned that didn't manage to sink the Imperial ship. She did serious damage to it. In fact, I think you watched that cutscene.
Yeah, I did.
It's like, oh god, no, put a sail. A faith in one's convictions, be it for well or be it for woe, such as the folly and the glory of man and of dragon. Wise words. In theory, yes. In practice, I wouldn't recommend it. Right. You have a toaster and you have an oven, right? I think you want to bring the oven temperature to about 150. Put the bread in the toaster, but turn the toaster down to about 1.5. You know, so it only does very lightly toasting. When it pops, put it on a grill tray. Put the cheese on the one part. I don't know if you put the other part in on top then or after, but it's easier if you don't, so you can keep a track of the cheese. Because obviously you want the oven to be up to temperature by this point, and do your fucking fly up. I just did. And you put the grill tray in. Hopefully, does your oven have like a glass inspection thing, or? Okay, you want to keep an eye on it through that. And the cheese is starting to bubble. To open it and check, you want the toast to be generally a light brown. And if it's about right, take it out using oven gloves. Use a spatula or something to transfer it to a plate. Put the other piece of toast on top so it will adhere to the melting cheese. Then you cut it if you want. Let it cool down a little bit so it's not instantly burning your hands the instant you touch it.
I just remembered something.
What?
We have a sandwich toaster.
That makes it easier.
I think it's under the sink somewhere.
That makes it easier. Again, lightly toast the bread first, just to make sure. Then put it in as a cheese sandwich. Toaster, the sandwich maker on. Let it grill. Take it out. careful not to touch the red-hot metal, even though it won't actually be physically glowing. It will still, however, be like 180 degrees. So your fingers will adhere to the metal in a way that you don't want them to adhere. Okay, Pressvelga hath entrusted the choice to the dragons, but to his descendants, and they have made it. They will keep faith with us who walk in the light. Yay! Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. Woohoo! Good things. Bearing in mind, the one on the right is generally, well, it wouldn't be Black Templars despite the Teutonic Cross on there. That would actually be Grey Knights, who are very likely to kill you just for being within half a planet of them. The Grey Knights,
I've heard things about them.
yeah, they're stupidly secretive. Their headquarters is on Titan, which is in the moon of Saturn, in the most secure system in the galaxy. Yes, it's the moon of Saturn, or one of the moons of Saturn. It's in the.
I know how the planets are. I know what moons they've got roughly.
Yeah, but the Sol system is one of the most secure systems in the galaxy.
Naturally.
Yeah. It's also got some of the most amount of surveillance on it.
Yeah.
And yet it's somehow still a secret base. Right?
Isn't there armor burn up cycles to auction armor?
No, it's lots of hexagrammic wards, however. The thing is, they're all psychers themselves.
Yeah.
And unless you're an Inquisitor or another Space Marine, generally, if you know of their existence in some way, that's a blamming. Yeah, you know the whole Knights of Blood thing.
Yeah.
Well, the not Knights, but the Cornate Knights thing, which got retconned to actually didn't happen that way, because it was a result of Matt Ward being a fucking dick, and he hates the Sisters of Battle for some reason. To paint their armour, yes. They weren't corrupted by this curse thing, because their faith was that fucking strong.
So even though they couldn't be corrupted, they butchered them and made purity seals out of their blood just because.
Yes.
I feel he doesn't like.
Basically, anytime he writes anything to do with the Sisters of Battle, they are getting their shit kicked in.
Does he hate them specifically, or has he got a bit of himself vibe going on?
Yes. I don't know for certain if it's one or the other, but typically speaking, it's usually the former, but better to err on the side of caution.
I hope he's not watching this.
Why would he? He is not my spiritual liege.
Maybe he's on a day off anymore.
He got fired for a long point. I think these days he has to work on Age of Sigmar as opposed to 40k. But he left for a while, then came back.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another.
Count Forton. That's Sir Emmerich.
Honorable men, to whom Sir Emmerich was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
No! No, we've already lost one fort, friendo.
Honourable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood.
Oh!
Honourable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Right. Count Fortom, Edmund du Fortom was Orchefant's father. I believe that was one of the two older sons that was with them. He just chased down the stabber, just like that. Yeah, I admit that was going. Oh, roulette. We need tank. They all need a fucking tank. DPS. Now, basically, if I was a tank, I'd get extra rewards, and I'd be higher in the queue.
Everyone like
9 times out of 10, it's tank or healer.
I'm sure there is someone out there that I want to shit your killing.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I've seen stranger crossovers.
There are much stranger crossovers out there.
Yes, there are. Not so much strangers, but funniest I remember seeing recently.
Azure Lane's Bismarck as Joachim.
Nope. Mr. Krabs, and Donald Trump. Yes.
Don't know if I'm into this. No. No, it was a specific it's a song. Yeah.
Ooh, that's harsh.
Ooh.
Yeah. When even I think it's harsh. Probably quite harsh.
I think it mildly. I actually totaled it out. If I want both bunny sets, none of which have a belt to them, so I can turn them into. Well, I can actually turn them into proper. Into a glamour, so I don't compromise my armour, because they really don't have very good stats. Go bunny crowns to the ears. 4 and 9. Look how much I lose out, and they don't even have any bonus. Fits everyone. So you can actually have guys running around in this. But yeah, these are. I totaled it up. It's 200,000 Mandeville points total for the basic, for the regular set, and for the Bunny Chief, it's 240,000, which means that if I get the Platinum ticket for 50,000 points, which is 30 of these Moogle tomestones per one, I'd need 9 of those Mandeville tickets, which means I'd need 270 of them, of the Moogle stones, so I'd have to run Praetorium 27 times before patch 5.1 arrives next week or so. I want it, but I'm not willing to spend that length of time. Not actual money, but competing in the various mini games here earn you points as well. half the point of this thing. It's a casino, basically. So the golden saucer from Final Fantasy VII, just in complete fantasy then. The best, but you don't get massive amounts for them. I think the best source is the fashion parade, basically, where the winner can get 100 grand in points. I believe these are the regular bunny sets. I think the outright bunny suit version would be the bunny suit. Play triple triad, mahjong, etc. Right. This guy is the one in charge of the fashion thing, Mask Rose. I can get stuff from the boutique to help fix. I get a back emote for that. Have all the guild for it. When I last came here, like as a warrior, 50 odd level, good 30 odd levels ago, don't really have all that much skill. Learn the emote aback. It's not a special emote. If we can find it, so we can see it. Is it just an expression of shock? You looking? That's the aback emote, the one we've just learned. For a single MGP, I can attempt to play this. Test this one. Crushing. 15. Yep. It cost me 1 to play. If I got it at pulverizing all the way up at the top, at the very end, I get 25. You only get like 15 seconds in which to do it. Glancing. Intense.
You're making some points.
Yeah.
You're getting more than you can.
Yep.
So if you just sat there, fucking days all day in your time.
Pulverizing. 25.
There are some people
Probably.
Well, I don't know. I've got
All that patience. I want to say I need. Oh, that's a quick fail. Right, I got 20. You get 25 from the best. So it's a 24 to 1 return. You have to minus 1 off of your prize as your entry fee. For it to make sense. Alright? Oh, she's in the lead and you can see the point she is. Yes. Very rarely. If I want to get up close to see somebody particularly, I'll do so. It's like here's some of the screenshots for it. But it's very rare that I myself will use it. Mostly because it's hard to tell where you are in relation to other things. Unfortunately, all the stuff in here only goes up to Stormblood, so there's none of it, none of the prizes you can get for gunbreakers or dancers, because they came in Shadowbringer.
It looks similar to that now, actually.
There's sort of irony here. You got the Mikote, bunny ears, and the suit has a bunny tail, but
it really doesn't work almost.
Yeah.
It doesn't work, it works better.
I don't think Vera can equip the head part, but that's ears on top of ears, and bunny tail on top of a bunny tail.
Yeah.
Yes, you showed me. And you've told me several times.
I've got that bad. I can't remember what I told you. I said the other day. I thought I could do on the bus today.
Yep, you said that to me.
I know I've already said that. I think my memory's getting worse.
You had to have had a memory to be able to get.
I think the combination of the lack of
you mean only a growing coffee addiction?
Well,
weak.
I think all these factors, plus like the things I think it's all starting to really affect me.
I mean, it wasn't before.
What? I'm starting to sweat.
This implies that you weren't broken before.
It's not like a static mirror that hasn't worked already.
Ah, no! Haha, recovered! Mid-air recovery. Yeah.
I'm probably cut some of it.
It's been very faint fall damage, because healed already. There's a bunny monk. Running around. Turret Bomb Squad, accompanied with Queen Tail Chaser, the Dark Knight we ran. F-bomb. They were clearly planning something. Oh, no. The next thing here.
I know what you mean. I still can't get over that fucking thing. To make that a profile picture.
I think might take us out of the queue. No, we are still in the queue. Using the dancing emotes is very appropriate for me. I am a dancer. Yeah. She's just running around. She's just standing there. And I was dancing on her white witret. While she stares at my dragon's ass.
It's now like it's so much better for a
Because why the fuck not?
It's funny.
Got a new title. Swimming Seals Fleet Storm Lady. But I still like the current one that we've got. Imperial Nuisance.
Yeah.
Because that is what we are. We are an Imperial Nuisance. Pity. My artist friend is actually starting D&D. He's playing today. He's been talked through the gist of it, of how to play, and he's working. Well, he's got. He's talking about the app, you know, the character app we use, but he's doing his usual OC as a tabaxi fighter. Because she's a cat girl, tabaxi are the cat race.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I beat him to a terrible pun, right? So I sent him the same Twitter link I showed you, the cat party one. He's like, Lamau. I'm like, what do you mean, Lameow?
Oh god.
He's like, oh, that's bad, and I feel bad for not saying it first. The Dark Knight has disappeared. But it's just us and the bunny.
I've got a rabbit. No one knows the sound.
I'm not surprised.
What's all those like echoes and stuff?
You would be surprised. No, what a rabbit sounds like. I was like, responding to "You're welcome," and I'm like, "You do love your terrible puns after," and I was like, "Yep." Some of them are even funny, but only some. I find bad jokes like mountainous geography. They're hilarious.
Oh, fuck.
I'd rather not. You're not really my type.
Oh.
There we go. Finally got you to facepalm. Well, I'd say you've lost the will to live, but I don't think you had that. Did you ever have that in the first place? You know you're in the perfect place for me to do a friggin' elbow drop on you. If I didn't mind breaking everything on the table first.
That was just... Oh.
Right, telling people that one is hilarious, right? Listening to it, much less so. No, every bit. Oh. Gotta leave the duty first. So we have to exit the queue. Right, number 7, so it's not like we were... Yep. Shoot the targets, don't shoot the ruby bombs. Otherwise it'll piss off Yang.
I was waiting.
Basically, it's... This from 7 it's in fully high def. Therefore, one. Yeah, this is a shooting gallery. Still got all of them. All I've got to do is hit the target, it doesn't matter where, it's still got all of them. Let's go. We haven't hit a single ruby bomb though, so we're good. We haven't lost points. Probably haven't hit everything. Pre-start, but I didn't get the. I didn't hit the button. Tell me in a sec. Yeah. 4,100 out of like 5,000. Not a single bomb. Can we get 3k for it? Yeah. Deku breaks a limb, mutters or cries. Bakugo says die or threatens to kill someone. Your liver will die in seconds.
Yeah.
Uraraka spits when she laughs. Ida makes weird hand gestures. Again, you will die in seconds. Kirishima says manly. Die in seconds. Mineta is a perv. Just quit now. Kaminari fries his brain. Momo's tits are up. You're dead. Koda talks. That one's surprising.
Yeah.
Aizawa is in his sleeping bag. Yeah, no, you're fucked there. Shigaraki scratches. Bottom one no longer applies.
Yeah.
They now need a healer instead. Who's Christopher Reeves?
He's the one that got paralyzed.
Ow. That's just hard. It's just hard.
Yeah, like I said, even I was.
Takes some doing for you to not say it.
Well, harsh, but I'm not saying.
That remains to be seen. Yep. And he was actually a crewman of the thing. Fashion challenge. I've got to get a score of 80 and above, basically. It's a guaranteed thing, but it's once a week. tomorrow until Tuesday next week. Dropped all the way down to the bottom end of the queue, so we dropped out to do the shooting. Yeah, of course you can't believe it. You fucking slept in.
No, I mean, I can't believe it's not yet Saturday, It's just things you've sent me that I can't remember the context for. Most of this stuff.
Hibiki is Bernai prior to the modelling. Because after World War II, Hibiki was given to the Soviet Navy. Company. Ikazuchi. Yeah. Her thing is one of their lines, because I'm here for you. Basically wants you to rely on her. And she's turned herself into a submarine, got rid of I-13 and I-14, got their outfit. That one was, typically speaking, Kasumi calls you a shitty admiral and trash and whatnot. Right? And, yes. Mostly the first, but you can, once you get to ship to level 100, pay real money to get a wedding ring, which basically allows them to break the level cap. Whatnot. So that's what happens here. Provisional marriage system. And then the bottom 2/3, after a sortie, the arm she's lost is the arm that had the ring, left arm, or left hand. That's why her reaction is like that. Junyo, you can tell she's been ringed as well. You can see the ring on her finger.
The arm's not a hand.
Nope. You know a good hand guy, right? She was actually supposed to be a liner, but the IJM bought it during construction and converted it into a carrier. Same with Hio. They've both been given names and everything. Hooters parody. The Hooters uniform. There she's Ryujo, both looking classy. Ashigara, forever alone. The wolf boat. Duran Duran intensifies. Hungry like the wolf. Then lots of entries from the powerful breast tool. You got Artigo and her massive heal tanks. Ryujo. Yeah. The Takeo class, of which Artigo is a member, did actually have fucking huge. I wouldn't say huge fuel capacities, but they were heavy cruisers.
Yep.
And as a result, they specifically were given a. Go back across to all of them to where we were. Yeah. they themselves had the Takeo class had basically too far. Actually had basically bridges that were more designed for battleships. They how I fucking decorate it. No, that was off in my menu. Maybe. Unfortunately, having a battleship grade bridge and its respective armaments made the Takeo class very top heavy. So they're actually prone to rolling in rough sea. But top heavy in a person. Yeah. But funnily enough, it only applies to Artigo and Takeo. Shokai and Maya had a different designer in the Kantai collection, so they actually have a different appearance. Again, powerful breasts. And again. And again. Mutsu with powerful breasts. That was a bucket. Congo being obsessed over by Iowa and Warspite. Basically. Iowa being Iowa. What are your thoughts on Congo? She is very cute and pretty. I want to become closer with her. What are your thoughts on Iowa? Bloody pain in the ass, Des. Congo! Jet! Oh, what kind of tea is this, Des? Oh, I boiled some Gatorade. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you, Congo Bongo. Can you call me something normal, Des? Bongo. Presumably, something tea-like.
There's a bit of a mistake there.
Congo, shoot, Des. Swat, swat. Hey, homegirl, I heard you can speak English. Wanna be pals? Get the fuck away from me, Des! Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Iowa. There we go. What the fuck is she saying? Nice to meet you. Wait, I know you three. Tomato, it's Yamato. Sushi, it's Musashi. Biscuit, Bismarck, it's Bismarck, my god! Tomato, sushi, biscuit? No!
I think she's just hungry.
Let's be BFFs. Please kill me. Musashi's just not, just like giving zero fucks. You got Richlau and being helped by Jervis. It's like Kagero ate one of her sister's puddings, and Jervis is like, "Oh no, we must resolve this problem." Brings it to the attentions of Bismarck, Warspite, and Richlau. It's like, idea time! Bismarck kidnaps them. We have result.
Yep.
Gotland being a metalhead.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got another patch who I can post there, but no, it's a minor mark.
Ah.
Probably somewhere around here.
Try not to sew your pocket shut again this time.
Yeah, that was fun.
Winning. Gotland working at IKEA because Swedish ship.
Yep. I told you how they were shouting IKEA at some point, right?
Yep.
That's Swedish people for Swedish beggars. She's like,
Yamakaze is a good guy.
yeah.
This confuses and disturbs me.
Yeah.
An ACOG scope with a holographic sight on top, attached to a claw hammer. Also, the scope name that isn't HSE, it's HHS2. Hybrid holographic sight 2. Tabanai kudasai! I won't eat you! No Tatsuki, no Tanoshi. This is not Tanoshi.
Who's that one?
NYAN? Gambate!
You send me a lot of interesting stuff. And this is all stuff you sent. This is my messenger folder. Things you...
Things I've sent you. Oi!
Nice.
Debbie. Teeny snack! It's the teeniest snack! Boop. Oh, that one wasn't from me.
I don't know. I don't send stuff like that.
I didn't send that.
I think it's cursed.
Boop incoming. I do a prepare. Hey, we're next on the queue. Snoot is primed for Boop. Please still proceeding. More stuff not from me.
Who sent me that thing? I don't have any. I don't have any actual friends.
Never been in the workshop before.
All closed, you're a tactical genius.
Yep. Tiger, tiger, tiger and white tiger, 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 serval, serval, Creed! Iowa, doing a Mad Max. Lolly Iowa, Lolly Iowa. This is why she calls Congo, Congo Bongo. If Isla's going to insist on dressing up like Sanya, Sanya's going to make sure she at least wears the clothing right. The battle scribe, huh? That one was definitely from me. Pretty sure that was definitely from me, because that's the Linkin Park recolour of the full Vernian to Francis. The band were actually all Gundam fans. And believe it or not, in the video for, I think it's Somewhere I Belong, you can see all those different model kits in the background. Yeah. Most of them came from the band themselves, primarily from Chester himself.
Really?
Which is why, in Build Divers, that is a reference to that shot, well, to that image, promo artwork from the band as well, because they were all they themselves were all fans. Not wrong. Time to go stab either Livia or Barto in the face.
Yep.
While I dance on them.
You dancing while stabbing?
Yes. So we're in the roulette. Where do we go? Oh, we're stabbing Livia. Can't see anything. I don't think it's roll initiative. D20. D20 plus Dex mod. So we have two dancers, a red mage, a ninja, a white mage, astrologian, two paladins. So there's going to be a lot of dancing going along. God damn it, I activated my skill. right before the cutscene. There's two dancers. It's a dance-off. Damn it. Another cutscene. First field box. Black F. Black mute. Only a fair few. Not like you noticed or something. What kind of monster do you take Smol for? Smol is nothing as well. Oh, that's monster. Rip and tear. They are huge, therefore the guts are huge! Because Doom. Doot. Why are you mimicking me? Am I gonna have to murder you?
Yes. No hesitation now, of course. I know what I'm like. I wish those IVs were reversed.
Done the light on.
I tried to use the force, it's not working.
Well then, grab the lamp from further down, pull it towards you slightly, and or stand up and do it. Also, whilst you're standing,
Yes.
side a bottle behind you.
Yeah.
Move it back to where. Yeah, I was trying to set up a shrine, see if that would help. Didn't work. I'm still here, aren't I?
Stealth bird.
I know what I am.
I swear I've seen that one.
Right. Whatever you do, don't. Obviously, don't do that.
There's this place, like a turn of the century, so there's this like museum sort of place, up in Devon. I swear to God I've seen that exact floor, I think it's from there.
Yes, my response was, doot.
Yeah.
With an angry face, 'cause it's like, telling me not to the horn.
Use the fucking horn.
Dooting it.
Doot?
Doot. It's a lot more simple to make sense of these days. Rather than having to get the app. Subtitle, Angry Duty. You help them in the right way. Be a half decent weapon range. It might be but that's full. No. So that's dead. Like, that joke is... Oh. Cooking the fucking sultana. Oh no, there are some Lala bells I wouldn't mind you cooking in a fucking oven.
Yeah, I'm cooking it. I'm not going to cook specifically the lava bells that's already cooked. I'm not...
Smol has inserted a explosive device into the fuel line. No, into the fuel line. I wasn't standing near an enemy. He's fantastic. Yep. No, they'd notice that, because the thing about it is they don't notice until it's right about to go, until right before it goes off.
I'm fairly certain we can sleep on
They don't check your ammo, meaning it's the fastest ammo. No, it has to be holdout or improved holdout weapon. Basically, if you're trying to sneak a device into a weapon, it has to be you've got 25 or better to hold that weapon. If you have sneak of 50 or 75, it will be larger than small caliber. You can get away with, for example, the 22 SMG. That's classed as an improved holdout weapon. Therefore, no apparent reason, despite being huge SMG. But you can't get away with, say, a minigun. Legion, NCR, Mr. House, or Rare, yes. With you, genocide automatically equates to yes man, because no matter how many times you kill him, he just gets a new body. Well, there is no answer to it.
I feel like I usually start out with like
you don't start anything, you just end up destroying everything. Did you realise that was proving my point? Instantly making good neighbour hate. Yeah. You're losing out on a lot of experience. Do the tutorial, start to so they love you, then kill everybody. Isn't that basically just your playthrough in general? Brain damage.
I play a game that has
Ergo, and we'll play through. Unfortunately, that is straight away out of context. Hold up weapons is used to describe weapons which can be brought into certain weapon-free areas, primarily the casinos, without being taken from the courier. What weapons are classed as hold up depends on the sneak skill. With one leg being for all characters regardless of skill level. And another player to a skill of 50 or above. Internally, they're referred to these lists are referred to as hold-out weapons. And improved hold-out weapons respectively. And the only other place aside from the casinos where it comes into play is the interrogation room in Cassita Tower and the fort. Brass knuckles, top of the Cosmic Knives, three excellent now. Figaro, Knife, Little Devil, 12.7 mil, Love and Hate, NSB grenade, nuclear grenade, police pistol from Dead Money, France 22, White Knuckle, Great Razor, Switchblade, Throwing Knife. That's regular holdout. Improved, 357 Magnum Revolver, 44, 45 Auto, 5.56, 9mm, 10mm, Light Shining in Darkness, Bowie Knife, Blood Nap, so the unique version, C4, Chance's Knife, Chopper, Cleaver, Combat Knife, Compliance Regulator, Corrosive Glove, Detonator, Dr. Klein and Dr. Mobius's Gloves, Dynamite, Fat Knife, Firebomb, Flare Gun, Flashbang, Frag Grenade, Greased Lightning, Hatchet, Industrial Hand, Laser Pistol GRA, Lead Pipe, Long Fuse Dynamite, Loyal's Detonator, Lucky, Maria, MF Hyperbreeder Alpha, MFC Cluster, Mysterious Magnum, Pew Pew, Plasma Grenade, Plasma Pistol GRA, Police Baton, Power Fist GRA, Pulse Grenade, Ripper GRA, Salt Upon Wounds is Power Fist, Sat Night Fist Superheated, Sawn Off. Holy shit, look what's just come up on the bottom thing. KDA Pop Stars Metal Cover by Jonathan Young featuring Trey Watson. Ooh, I'm going to be listening to that in a bit. Scientist's Glove, She's Embrace, Sleepy Time, the Sonic Emitter, all options, Sterilizer Glove, Humble Cudgel, Time Bomb High Yield, Higher Iron, Two Step Goodbye, War Club, and Yao Guai Gauntlet. Yeah, or you walk in with a Yao Guai Gauntlet on your hand. Nobody gives a shit, and nobody bothers to question. Despite it clearly not being your hand, it's clearly a weapon. Nobody seems to give up that. Ish. That was actually a Family Guy joke as well. And I actually used that as a time with a friend of mine. Also, your companions, if they've got a higher sneak, it doesn't matter. It goes up to your sneak if they've got a holdout weapon. The two holdout weapons, which Lily Bowen is capable of using frag and plasma grenades. Because she's limited primarily to heavy weapons. When disarmed upon entering weapons areas, all confiscated weapons are stripped of their associated hotkeys, so you have to re-hotkey them. And you can bring your own weapon without being confiscated in casinos after following the correct path of the quest. Tops, convince Swank to allow dealing with Benny and Ring-a-Ding-Ding. Gamora, follow Kachino's path to deal with the bosses in How Little We Know. And the Ultralux, find a sponsor to allow joining the White Glove Society during Beyond the Beat. Being seen with a weapon joining the casinos without completing the appropriate quest or task will make the families hostile and affect the reputation of the White Glove Society if an Ultralux. But any weapon can be drawn while confronting Starlet or support. Killing the legionary main gate guard silently at the fort will bypass the check entirely for any later visits. Likewise, silently killing the weather station guard and the weather station monitors will allow bringing weapons back outside without the guard confiscating them.
Is that how you do it?
Quest weapons.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, this is her thing. But weapons that are also quest items, like the missing laser pistol, cannot be confiscated regardless of sneak skill. Also, turns out she is the sister of Lucia, so, as Emmerich's aide. And yes, I put a GIF in the free company chat. Doot. Doot, doot, doot. Hey, I've got a doot. Only because aren't returning or you do the time. Yeah, but at the same time, you're likely to get at least a semi-accurate out of Google Translate, or at least I'm looking at it. A little bit. I think it's a bit more Japanese. You gave it close to Chinese knowledge or English. So you continue to speak both. Bear in mind there are fortunately Google Translate will tell you exactly which dialect. If nothing else, you can at least look around for that particular dialect. Or a fluffy wing, or of any bean-based plant matter, or plant-based plant form. But it is the king. Well, you can sew better than I can.
Yeah, but I think sewing a couple of hundred minutes at least kind of taxing on both my hands and sanity.
You don't need either of those.
It's all how to keep my running.
Nose piercing. Fine then. Ear piercing. Belly button piercing. Nipple piercing. Lip piercing.
I never understood that. If I know my life,
You'll end up ripping them out through mounting.
Knights of the Old Republic.
While she's not wrong, I still say nah. Still the villain.
Yeah.
She killed members of the Scions. So, you know,
Yep.
villain. Outright villain. No.
Thinking of villainy and killing. With all this talk of mashing Lalafels, I'm going to go home and there's going to be something potato-based, isn't there?
That or spaghetti bolognese.
That too. Although I like both of those things, so...
Here's a thought.
Yes.
Bolognese sauce, with the mincemeat and whatnot,
Yeah.
mashed potato.
Oh, dear.
Shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is lamb. Cottage pie is beef.
Yeah.
Or corned beef pasty, etc. Yeah. Here's the thing, right? If you don't, for example, like onions or mushrooms or whatever, you can leave them out of a homemade bolognese sauce, but also put in some sliced sausage. Works out quite nice. Where I want to go is over there. It has to be thin sliced sausage. But also, putting sausage with pasta also works as well. We've got the deep gold set. It looks like the Hellenic Inquisitor set. Hi, Hungry. Yeah, I'm Wolf.
Really?
Very rare I get to pull that off.
Really?
Yes. One of my friends uses it constantly. Right? Now, the guy who plays Guard in the D&D campaign is currently the Tortle Cleric Mudcraw. He mercilessly uses it. I mean, mercilessly. It's like, so if somebody will say something in the group chat, it's like, I'm something. It's like, hi, whatever they just say, I'm Gendo. Every time. You think I'm joking?
I can entirely believe that someone, especially the sort of person you would say, is he the one that is basically Gendo and Darren?
Yes. $130 results. May also be picking up times where he's been tagged.
Think about a Doctor Who anniversary. When it's not perfect, it's like 599 months away. And they talk about like racing or like hundreds of flags it's like, everyone shut up inside. Everyone's anniversary episode comes on. And then at the end, there's a trailer for Sherlock season 8.
But here we go. So this was about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. But we went to the Chippy in Ashby. We put it's a message in there saying we're going to the Chippy, want out, we didn't want anything. But I'm good, thanks. Hi, good, thanks. I'm Gendo. That was the most recent one.
Did he use it to the point where it's no longer fun?
Yes. He's done it that many times. And to be fair, one of the members responds with, quite often responds with, "That's not what your badge says."
You've mentioned this backstory, yeah.
Because when he went to army last year, he let his fiancée do the badge names, and she put his actual name on it rather than Gendo Ikari, which is what he normally has. You can't drink, eat, and fuck bitches all at the same time. Can't eat and drink at the same time. You choke.
Yeah, I've tried that before. Although,
kinky.
What I actually want to do.
You've just realised what I said. It's called autoerotic asphyxiation for a reason. There are people who get off on it. It's how some people have died.
I know.
Like David Carradine. The guy who played Bill in Kill Bill, the original Frankenstein in Death Race 2000. Yeah, he died years ago.
Of all the things you kill him, that's what killed him. He accidentally hung himself.
Yeah.
Of all the
Well,
ways to go.
he less accidentally hung himself, more failed to cut the cord. That was 10 years ago. 3rd of June 2009 at the Movenpix BDMS Wellness Resort Bangkok Bangkok, Thailand.
BDNS.
Yes. Not BDSM.
I was going to say, haven't they got those letters backwards? Although, given what he did, that's kind of ironic.
Permanently closed. So it's also... That top review. That one is harsh. But yeah.
In terms of if you want to kill Bill, what do you need? A porn DVD to sell it.
But the 5-point palm exploding heart technique is way better.
Yeah. Well, is that what they're calling it these days?
Have you actually seen...
I've seen the films, I know what it is. Taking the piss. That thing where she goes like...
Yeah.
And then just walks.
Oh, he has an entire conversation. Your heart explodes before you can take 5 paces.
Have a chat, takes a step, and then just drops down.
Mm-hmm.
I saw my chance, and I took it.
Mm-hmm. He'll make a full recovery, fortunately. Aymeric will. Robert, It had Lord Edmond and Lord Artorial, I think the older of the sons. I don't know how many assassins struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow.
Speaking, that reminds me of Overwatch. May, isn't it?
Yes, May. She's not actually that. She's not thick. It's a very thick winter coat. She was based in Antarctica.
Ah, I thought
So people often make the joke that she's fat, but she's not.
It is just the coat, then.
Primarily a very heavy winter coat.
Okay. Apparently, she's become a bit of an icon in the whole Hong Kong.
Yes, because she is actually of Chinese descent. The character is Chinese.
I'm not at all surprised by that. I'm surprised that she gets a character icon,
At least Portent Friendo will live. Final accessories, offending or slaying. Slaying will likely be more useful for me. It'll be better than what I'm currently wearing on the accessories, but not as good as Shire.
Oh, Get the flip box and the red shirts.
No. Get the fucking battleship. Don't forget, our navy was once the envy of the world. And the only reason we ceded title of the world's strongest navy to America was because we couldn't keep the numbers up. We couldn't afford to rebuild our navy and have those numbers again.
You're going to acquire, let's say, some navy ships, and then you're going to track down a random tumbler poster.
No, what are you on about? It's completely unrelated as to why I'm seizing a small navy fleet.
Do you even know that many people that know how to operate, for example?
Battleships were long since retired. There are only 4 still, 6 still in existence.
What would be the best ship to steal to go and kill a random tumbler?
Depends on how big an area you want to hit. You want to wipe the city off the map?
Yes.
Either a guided missile destroyer or cruiser, guided missile submarine. Yep. A submarine armed with cruise missiles.
Yep.
Or a battleship. But it depends on how far inland.
I don't know what city that's on.
Because the Iowa class have a range of about 42 kilometers with their guns. USS Iowa had a crew. This is better. You can average this for the entire Iowa class of 151 officers, 2,637 enlisted personnel. But bearing in mind that was for everything: the bridge, the turrets, secondary armaments, anti-aircraft batteries, the mess, engineering, everything. And then you still have people off duty anyway, so they can switch shifts.
I don't know that much.
All you need is 2,800 people, and you can crew a battleship.
Okay, all we need now is, well, 2,798 people and a battleship.
There's one in Pearl Harbor, there's one in Los Angeles, which is Iowa herself. New Jersey will be in New Jersey, and Wisconsin will be, if Wisconsin itself isn't bordering the sea, then she'll be in a nearby state that does. There's the USS Texas, which is the oldest dreadnought battleship. And that's a museum down in the southern states. And then there's the IJN Mikasa at Yokosuka, which is a pre-dreadnought, the last and only pre-dreadnought left in the world, which we built for Japan. We, as in Britain.
I know.
I'm not 130 years old.
So like your knees.
No, my knees think I'm 400 years old. There's a difference.
Yeah.
And he's flirting already.
Of course.
Because god fucking damn it, Thancred. Smol's waved him off a few times. And he snarks back and forth with Stoller quite a lot.
So he's not getting any. He's not getting any.
Not getting any from the female from his immediate female company. I am a cat here, so you know. If he's barking up the wrong tree, then I am going to scratch at him.
I'm occasionally having to like narrate what's going on. You have got a camera, just to like get more information.
Yet.
Give it time. If this goes the way we want it.
But bear in mind, if there is an option to use video footage from camera as well, so we would be able to film ourselves whilst live streaming. Yeah. At least one that is compatible with the PlayStation. We'll be able to record that. Possibly. Though we definitely have one person who would be willing to subscribe if we got a Patreon sorted. Can you guess who it would be? Because I'll give you a hint, it's somebody I know, for definite. But we're not even going to consider starting Patreon until we've not only worked out what we'd offer as tier rewards, but also got what we need to get that started in the first place.
So on Amazon, the third party seller, 39.
It'd be like 50 quid. Not including shipping. If it's Sony, you'll have to pay shipping. You'd have to make sure it's the EU version, like the non-American version.
Yeah, they do like their
Because
region
it's, no, it's not region lock, because the console is region free. Well, it's region 0.
Oh, good.
That's why we're able to play imports.
Oh, I thought you just had weird settings.
No. Hardware,
Yeah.
the hardware would run on a different voltage.
Okay.
We use 240. Almost everywhere else in the world is like 110. I mean 210 or something.
So would that really matter for webcams? Because
Yes.
It's converted by the console, isn't it?
The power would still be generated through into the thing, and if it's at a high power, too much power for it, its internal capacitors would go boom, and it would ruin it entirely.
The camera powered by USB as well.
It would be probably it'd be the USB,
Yeah.
which would allow it to transmit and images back and forth, as well as get power.
Yeah,
For the same reason why a controller is
yeah,
charged.
That's what I'm getting at. If it's powered entirely through USB, I feel like a second wall time. It's only on USB, it's only powered through USB.
I wouldn't recommend getting a American optimized one, or one that's optimized for American voltage or mainland Europe voltage. I'm trying to run it on British voltage. It's why you have to have a power converter if you're going abroad, just to charge your phone.
Version 2 is
I wasn't that far off. I said it was like 50. I was closer than you. You said 40.
Yeah.
I was closer by 10 quid.
I'm looking around trying to find one. You get one.
Yeah, allows us to showcase our reactions.
Yep.
So people can watch you make a fool of yourself.
Yeah.
Repeatedly. And they'll be able to see the glorious face palming. Shipping? We can't justify that expense at the minute.
And then several of them basically the idea is birds don't exist. They're all robots built by the government to spy. Like I said, it's an ironic group. We know it's not. We know it's not real. They just use this
I'd have killed you long ago if you were.
Yeah, that would have been the best thing for it.
That was a fall, but not a massive amount of damage.
Okay.
Waitress Musashi is here with the bill.
What angle was it? Orientations.
probably have to mount it on top of the skybox. Yeah. Might have to adjust the seating a little bit to move closer together. But if it weren't for the fact that I'm on this, we could set up over there.
Yeah.
Though we'd have to be somewhat closer because the length of the cable on this. And we'd just park up there. Unless we had a USB hub, so we could just connect everything to the hub and set that on the table and length of the cable there.
I've got a 4-volt USB hub.
Basically, all we need is a hub that can be connected to something like the PS4. A cable about 80 centimeters, shall we say?
I can get a.
You can get cable extenders easily.
I probably get like a cheap multi-hub connector, and then a cable extender.
Yeah. Right. So we'd be able to put that onto, say, the table. The hope is I'd have, say, a laptop that I can deal with that stuff on. And would you give one away? You got one that you use, one that you don't use much.
One that I use for like heavy tasks, in case my PC is out of action. And the other one is good if it's like it's ultralight, like a notebook. So it's good to like slip in a bag on the table with like more of a tablet, but not a full laptop.
Yeah. But if you had a third spare, then you would. Because it also allay somebody's tempers. Because this, you know how relatively quiet this is.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know why we have the TV on. You can hear it from bloody over there, over the TV. And whatnot. But yeah, so we had laptop on the side, and we'd have the hub there. We'd set the webcam up on top of the skybox, pointed there, so we could actually, so it could be seen a lot easier.
Yeah.
We'd just park ourselves on the sofa, reasonably comfortable. I'd actually have a seat with some back support. Yep. And of course, then if we actually had a dedicated room or building, we could set up and stream in. It'd be even better. Where is this thing? You said you have a. You said here's a thing. Where is it?
At some point, maybe like the first to mid part of next year. Starting out, I'm basically gonna shift my room over. So the way the house is, I've got a big room, 2 bedroom, I've got the big room 2 that are theirs.
Isn't the master bedroom?
Yes. And basically, my sister goes to live there when she's getting older. So I'm gonna move out of mine and get my brother's small one, he's a cute one. And then he's gonna my sister.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if we get an actual space. Yeah, because obviously when we started today, we had the background of the phone.
Yes.
Noises and all that shit. Money and whatnot.
might get like a 7-bedroom flat.
Well, you'd have room for a living room. You'd have bedroom. You'd have a bathroom anyway. You'd have kitchen. You might have a dining room. You could and you could turn either the living room or the dining room into a streaming room easily enough. The latter of which would have much easier access to the kettle.
Yeah.
So it'd also be right next to the kitchen, so it'd also be the tap for the cold water. And have the other bedroom as a guest room. So it might be, say, I come over, I keep there for the night. We stream in the morning, or I stream in the day, and then I go home, or something. But that would also require me to either have a job or transport. He's basically, Thancred has basically tricked him into spilling the beans. And he's like, I told Hilda, oh, my dad's back, the woman he was flirting with, and it's like, no Sarah, so he's picking her up later. And so, you mind taking him to the congregation, so the Temple Knights headquarters? She's like, sure, as long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. Implying she's going to kneecap him or something.
That's actually a thing. There's somewhere, just like the rent, that's somewhere between like 500 and 800 a month, depending on where. I can see they could afford that.
Yeah. Combine, well, you'd have to spend a lot on furniture and whatnot.
Yeah, and obviously like utilities and that.
So if for example we actually get this Patreon up and running, we get amount of subscribers and whatnot. It'd be affordable easily.
Yeah.
We'd meet up, do our record our footage. You edit it and put it up on the in the time frame.
This is potentially a good idea.
Yeah.
I'd say obviously it's a good idea. I mean, it's potentially viable. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, we just need the things for it.
Yeah. It's getting started is always the hardest part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because once you've got that momentum going, you can just keep building.
Yeah. If we got the amount of subscribers to get it started, we'd be able to actually... Oh, shit. I left the keys in the door. Back in a sec.
He's actually just knocked his dad out, basically.
Even when I haven't got my earphones in, nobody tells me. As we make it as far as the end of this objective, it's only there. And then we'll call it for the day. To be honest, it is around the time we normally call it anyway. 6:15.
Ah.
No, 4:15.
Okay.
Well, we've got a clock right there.
Yeah, look at time.
Yeah.
Look, I keep thinking that means Leviathan time or...
No. No. Besides, the server time is based on the data center.
Yeah, that's whatever country that's in. North America?
It's supposed to be it's an American data center, but it's only an hour behind us.
That's odd. They're
Yeah,
like,
we've discussed this before.
we don't know which bit of America, but like...
The closest part of America is still 5 hours behind us.
I know they're on quite the delay, I know that too well. The show I quite like, it airs at 6 in the evening over there, I'm waiting to work 1 in the morning.
be slaying. Would primarily, I think, be for dragoons and whatnot, but oh, they're actually augmented as well. Awesome.
It's always good.
Saves the cost of them.
Yeah.
Oh, no, all classes. Raises them, which we need. So we lose out on some dexterity, but which is actually going to be affecting our damage because it's a ranged weapon. But we do need the skill speed. I can deal with lesser damage if it means I'm recasting much faster. Though it's probably going to, yeah, it's going to tell us that set back up as the recommended, because anyway, that's it for today, folks. We'll hopefully be at a more reasonable time next week. But yeah, do leave us a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Let us know in the comments section what you think. But until then, it's a goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from him.